What is going on, everybody? I haven't updated my YouTube in a while with my diabetes situation. As you can still see, I'm a chubby guy. I don't have my home studio set up like I used to, which I need to get that all set up. I just have a bunch of equipment everywhere from the media company in there, along with some printers and everything for some of the other businesses that I have. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. I'm still pre-diabetic. Last time I got my blood drawn, I was really high in my A1C, but at the time I had COVID. And I had a really bad case of COVID, actually. I was out of work for like a month and a half, something like that. And so, yeah, it kicked my butt. But it was my fault. And I say my fault because I tried to rush getting better, and versus taking the time, healing, and, letting my body do its thing. On the fourth day, I went for like 2-3 mile walks in the fog. And that's not good for you when you're barely getting over COVID. So, anyways, yeah, it kicked my butt. I got a secondary infection. They put me on steroids, which, if you didn't know, if you're insulin resistant, steroids for infections and everything will spike your blood sugar, your A1C. Mine was super high. My blood sugar was very, very controlled. I have a continuous glucose monitor, and because I wasn't eating when I was sick, but taking those steroids made my blood sugar just high. So my doctor went ahead and said, "Hey, you need to get them checked up." So I'm about due for some more blood work. But this morning, I checked my blood sugar. I'm one of those people. My blood sugar is worse in the mornings. My blood sugar reaches about 170, 180, but as soon as I eat something, it drops to about 120, and then it just starts going down from there. But the downside to that is I try to intermittent fast. So if I intermittent fast, I'll wake up like at 170, and it'll slowly go down. So that by the time I hit lunch, it's about 140. And then I'll eat, and then I'll get like a 10-point, 20-point spike. Then it'll just drop, and I'll be in low hundreds. Lately, I've reintroduced working out into my program. I had to stop for a little bit. I had some crazy things after COVID, so I reintroduced that. Now with running and exercise and doing more cardio, my blood sugar gets to the 90s. No medicine, no anything, just exercise and diet. So I'll be in the 90s for about most of the day until I'll eat. When I eat, of course, it'll jump up 30, 40 points. I do allow myself carbs now. Last video I spoke about going keto. Really helped out, leveled me off. I was doing great. The downside of keto was I was cramping up a lot, like really bad. Just driving, and my neck would cramp up, and it's mostly, probably tension and stress. But still, it's the neck and my shoulders and my arms and my legs would cramp up really bad. So my doctor told me to start introducing more carbs, but I don't go crazy. So now my carb intake is about 20 to 40 carbs per meal, which is not very high if you think about it. It's still considered low carb. Some meals I do no carbs. But, for breakfast, I don't do any carbs, so I can bring down that blood sugar. And then for lunch, I'll have 20 to 40 carbs. I'll come up to about 160, 170 at its highest, unless I do something crazy, which I have, I'll admit it. But it's about, 30 to 40 points. And then I'll come back down to the low hundreds. And then I'll eat dinner. And then by the time I go to bed, it's about 110, 105. So when I wake up in the morning, like I said, I get high blood sugar in the mornings. It's horrible. I hate it. It messes with your mind. In terms of high blood sugar, I have had episodes. So I'm still pre-diabetic. It's a confusing thing. I'm right on the edge of it. I don't think I'll ever be 100% cured. My father, who's diabetic, he just told me he's been pre-diabetic / diabetic since his late 30s. My mother, went through gestational diabetes, and now for the last couple of years she's been full diabetic. Just runs in my family. But what I can do is control it. I don't want to be on medicine quite yet. I'm in my early 30s, and I don't want to be on medicine in my early 30s because I think I want it to work better as I get older. My doctor wants to put me on a medicine, and I don't want to do it, so I had to work that much harder. I predict by the time I'm 40, I'll need to be on something all the time, and really watch my diet. I don't mind taking 1 pill, 2 pills, but when you guys start taking 4 or 5 pills and injections, I want to stay away from that. I don't want to have to rely on insulin. But one thing I do notice with a lot of the people that I know who are on insulin, and nothing against them, is they don't control their diets. And that's not a judgment, that's just a straight fact. I was communicating with somebody who had type 2 diabetes like myself. I can still consider myself a diabetic even though I'm pre-diabetic. And I went to lunch with them. The first thing that they ordered, appetizers, fried bread stuff. So, okay, that's a little weird, all right. Then when lunch, they ordered their main appetizer, and they ate the bread. They ate a sandwich for lunch. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, if you would pull back, maybe you get off the insulin. I don't know their situation. But they had a pump on them, and, more power to them. But it just makes me think, because this individual is a little older than I, well, not considerably older than myself. But I noticed that, and I asked him, I said, well, what do you normally eat? He said, I eat normal. Bread, rice, pasta, everything. I just got to dose myself. I said, oh, okay. And I don't want to be like that. That's for myself. I don't judge anybody else because it's hard. I went on vacation in February. Was it February? No, it was a little later. And I went on vacation, and I had a couple of drinks. They weren't light beers. They were full-fledged craft beers. Had pizza for dinner and had ice cream. My continuous glucose monitor woke me up in the middle of the night. I had it set at 300. My blood sugar was over 300. So it's something, and you can say, well, you're full-blown diabetic. Well, the next day, after going for a jog, after eating 0 carbs for breakfast, my blood sugar was back down to 110. So I feel that I control it with diet and exercise. Now with exercise being re-implemented into my program, it's helping out a lot. So it's just an update. I know I'm talking for a while, but I really feel that people need to understand that it's not a one-day thing. It's a continuous process. One day you're do amazing for months. Your blood sugar, A1C is going to be in range. You're going to be really happy, and then holidays come and you spend time with your family. For myself, tamales, love tamales. And I get cheat meals. I'm not gonna lie. I stay away from sweets. That's the big thing. My cheat meals are not candy and ice cream. I took a little bite of a crumble cookie the other day. It only rose my blood sugar by 20 points because it was so small. Just took a bite, tried it. My son offered it to me, and I didn't want to make him upset. But yeah, it's all about lifestyle. I'm not the perfect person. I'm not. I'm so far from do what I do. So I'm just sharing my journey with you guys because you just don't know. Like, I could help somebody, maybe make them realize that you're not an evil person if you take a bite of a piece of cake. I've had a bite of a piece of cake. My blood sugar went up 20, 30 points. In the summer, when I'm overheated, my blood sugar rises faster. When I'm stressed, I wish I could show you. My blood sugar was great, and then I got into a stressful situation, and then it shot up. I was at like 100, and then I got into a stressful situation. I was at 160 without eating a single thing. So just know, stress, sunburns, anything that puts stress on your body, your blood sugar shoots up. So you could be exercising. That's another thing that scared me. I was at the gym working out, really good workout, doing pretty heavy. Check my blood sugar. It was high. When I walked into the gym, it was at 120. I'd eaten lunch, and so got up to about 150, 160, and then it was starting to come down. So I was maybe in the 120, 130 area. Started working out, boom, shot up. I was like, what is going on? 180, 170. But then I learned when you do that, your body releases the glucose for the muscles to burn. And as long as you get a good workout and everything, it'll go back down. Don't stress out about it. It's all about control. It's all about doing all that. It's all about lifestyle changes. I hope I don't have to be on medicine for a long time. Is there a cure for this? I don't know. Maybe if I lose another 50 pounds, I want to deal with it. I'm hoping to get there. It's tough. Like I said, when I had COVID, I lost about 30, 40 pounds. I've gained about 20 pounds back. It's life. Running multiple businesses, running a full-time job, having a family. You don't have a whole lot of time to yourself. You just got to dedicate that time to yourself. And 30 minutes a day, I'm exercising. And I got to get back in the swing of it. But anyways, guys, I want to give you an update. It's been tough. It's hard. I'm right there with you. Stick in there. Don't give up. Think about your kids. Think about your family. Think about what makes you happy, your pets. And that's going to give you a lot of drive to say no to that cake or that donut. I know it's hard. It's very hard. So I'll give you props, guys. Keep it up. Talk to your doctors. They're going to help you through this. And you guys have a great one. I'll see you later.